Hello guys, welcome to Turtle Soup Trader YouTube channel guys. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post any video, you won't miss any of my videos. So in this video, I want to do a very quick market outlook for this new week. Obviously on Tuesday we're entering the 1st of July and the month of July as a whole guys. July is gonna be a very great month for all traders. So guys, in this video, like you do know, I trade the future indices and GU and EU. So very quickly, let me review the market, begin with DXY. Of course, this week, I believe this week should be NFP, the non-farm payroll. So this is DXY on the weekly time frame. Guys, you can see DSY ranged for a while before taking out the buy side liquidity above and then found resistance on this fair value gap then before dropping lower. It has taken obviously this sell side liquidity here, so it now becomes a big challenge. Which direction are we expecting DXY to continue? Yes, at this point, you can decide to range, can decide to reverse, or you can decide to move down. So this at this point in time, guys, I would say I'm 50%. I am 50% confident that DSY wants to drop lower. So since that is my bias on DXY, what am I expecting DSY to do? I'm expecting DSY to go lower down to this sell side liquidity. This sell side liquidity, guys. That's my target for DXY. I want to see DXY drop all the way to this sell side liquidity. That's what I'm looking for, guys. However, guys, if in the coming week, this month of July, rather the next month of July, DXY decides to take out this high, this short-term high, then I may have to now review my bias, because that will be the point where my bias will be invalidated. This high guys, once the SY takes out this high with displacement, not just taking it out with wicks but with displacement, then I may have to look at my bias again, just to be sure to be in sync with the market. So with that in mind, let's go over to GU and EU. So obviously, as I'm looking for a drop on DXY, I'm looking for a buy on GU and EU. But GU has done something at this point that it may be very difficult to know if the directional bias is still in sync, because here on the weekly, G was ranging for a while before it now took out this buy side liquidity. But guys, remember, price moves from buy side to sell side liquidity and imbalances. So G has already taken out this buy side liquidity above. So it has three options here. Either reverses to come and take out this sell side liquidity here, or it continues above to take out the buy side liquidities above. There are still more old highs that can be raided, or it can decide to go into consolidation. So guys, at this point, like I said, the bias at this period is not very strong, but 50% I'm bullish on GU and EU, expecting price to keep moving higher. Because if you watch throughout the buy program, price has been respecting the down close candles after it has raided the short-term high. So price has been doing that, respecting those down close candles after reading a swing high. So what would change my bias on this is I want to see DXY reverse or break low, I mean to say, one of these swing lows, short-term lows. I'm not just breaking it. I want to see it break with displacement, guys. It should be with displacement. So for that reason, I mean, that's the only reason that will make me, you know, reconsider my bias of bullish on GU to start looking for sell side opportunity in the market. That's to short my entries on GU and EU. So this going lower on the daily time frame, price has been moving higher and higher. So like I say, guys, I'm bullish on GU. So what are my expectations this week? Guys, I want to see the normal weekly candle pattern on GU and EU. What is it? Weekly opening price, the weekly opening price, then price goes lower the weekly opening price to find support at one point in the market and then starts to rally up. That's what I want to see, guys. So I want to buy below that weekly opening price. So guys, like exactly what I discussed in my last video, guys. If you haven't watched it, please go and watch it again. So this is it, guys. On the daily time frame, we can see this change in state of delivery or on that block. So guys, I want to see price, come down to find support around this area. So it may or it may not. It's a game of probability, guys. So before rallying up again, remember this is the daily time frame. So what am I seeing on the daily time frame? You can see this fair value gap around here. You can see this down close candle before this massive up candles that took out this swing high. So I want to see price find support at those levels. So going down on the lower time frame, the 4-hour time frame. Okay, this is just that hour criteria for entering any trade. So guys, as you can see, Friday, I told you last video, I wasn't surprised to see Friday go into consolidation because beginning of the week, market has been rallying up, moving up, moving up. So market has to breathe at some point in time. So Friday started the consolidation, exactly what I was expecting. So like I said earlier this week, I would like to see market retrace and find support at a particular point in the market. Which of the places with the market find support, I do not know. That's why I need to keep studying the market, the price action, until I see my signatory moves. So guys, but to help me, have an idea where this market might want to find support, I would like to use uh my Fibonacci to find, the 50% level and then mark out my PD array. So guys, this is the 50% level. So I'll be expecting price to find support below this 50% level. So Monday, yes, make open, move down a little, but I'm expecting Tuesday for price to reach down to this 50% or even below that on Tuesday and above. So between Tuesday and Wednesday, that's when I'll start looking for my ideal setup for the week. However, if Monday decides to reach this level very quickly, I mean, I'll start looking for my setup during the New York section. So, guys, with that said, remember my perspective, my outlook for this week on GU. I'm bullish on GU. So, what's the weekly bias? The weekly bias is bullish, guys. Is bullish. The weekly bias is bullish, guys. So until market comes down to those levels, I won't take any entry to the buy side in this market. Moving over to EU, EU like GU has been moving up as well. So very quickly, beginning from the weekly time frame. Remember, guys, you have to do your top-down analysis coming from the price and prices coming from the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour down. So guys, on the weekly, Of course, EU gave me the perfect delivery because remember, unlike in GU, price didn't come down to read those lows. It just left it and continued upward. But in EU, price gave me the perfect price action I was looking for. After reading this low, exactly, it found support at this area, this fair value gap here. Then started going up to take out the sell and the buy side liquidity, which it has already done. So after taking out this buy side liquidity, price can decide to continue moving upward or consolidate or reverse. However, I'm still bullish on EU until I see price tip his hand to me, which is breakdown, market structure shift with displacement, guys. It must be with displacement. So since price has already raided this buy side liquidity, where is my next target? My next target will be this high here, this buy side liquidity here. That's my next target for price to reach. So until price reaches there or decides to shift with displacement, I will still be bullish on this pair. So guys, that's it on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, what can I see? On the daily time frame, the price action here, you can see the other block, this daily other block. You can see this short-term high, which price rated. So I'm expecting price to retrace back at least beginning of the week to find support either to this other block here or this swing high here. Remember guys, when a swing high is broken above upward, it can act as a support to price. Also, when a swing low is broken or short-term low is broken, it can act as resistance to price. So guys, that's it. I'm expecting price to, come down, retrace, find support around this area before continue higher. However, it's a game of probability, like you all know, guys. So that's it. There are fair value gaps here, which where price can find support. Going down to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, this is when I was studying price action of EU. So expanding my fib level, my okay, to the appropriate place. Let me remove all this. So coming into this week, I'm expecting price to retrace lower all the way down to this 50% level. And it will be a very good setup. Why? Because price will be taking out previous days low, which is Friday's low, and most probably Thursday's low as well. And these are strong liquidity points in the market. So what are my expectations this week, guys? For this week on EU2, I am bullish. My weekly bias is bullish. So that's it, guys, on GU and EU. On the future indices, the NAS 100, as you can see, price has already reached my targeted level, which was this swing high, the old high here. So there's nothing much I can do around here because I'm not very sure again what price wants to do. So before then, for example, before price came out to take out this high here, let me write this as buy side liquidity. Buy side liquidity. So before price came to take out this high, look at what it did after ranging for a while here. It took out this low. So as price took out this low, I was expecting price to also, take out this low as well, but price didn't do that. So on the 4-hour time frame, immediately I saw that shift in displacement around here on the 4-hour time frame. This was on 7th of April. Let me open the 4-hour time frame so you can see what I'm saying. The 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, that was on the 7th of April. Okay, this is it, guys. Exactly. So after price took out that hour, excuse me. After price took out that our sell side liquidity I marked at, and I told you earlier I was expecting price to still take out this low, but price didn't do that. It found support, and then look at that shift in market structure, guys. Displacement. So once I saw this on the 4-hour time frame, then I was expecting price to reverse. It was a higher probability for price to reverse simply because price has already raided the liquidity point in the market. That's one, of which at that point price can decide to reverse or continue, but the probability of reversing is very high. That's why I had to go down to lower time frame, a time frame lower than the daily, to look for displacement. So as you can see on the 4-hour time frame, time and price displaced with momentum. There was displacement with momentum. Immediately I saw this, I knew that most probably the next target will be the buy side liquidity. So that's what exactly price did, and continued higher. So moving back to our weekly time frame, you can see this is the level now, shift market structure on the 4-hour time frame. So look at price continued higher until it took out the buy side liquidity. So since price has taken out this buy side liquidity, it can continue, you can decide to continue going upward, or it could reverse, or it could consolidate. I don't know exactly what price wants to do. However, I will keep buying this NAS until I see a shift in market structure to the lower side, to the downside. I mean to say, with displacement, there must be displacement, guys. So why do I want to keep buying the NAS 100? Simply because on the S&P 500, price has reached that higher objective, the buy side liquidity. However, on the US30, price hasn't reached that level. Look at it, guys. It still hasn't rated the buy side liquidity above. So it would be nice to keep buying this NAS, or you can even decide to buy US30 until this high is taken. Most time, although not every time, most time these three pairs, they move in sync. They are correlated, guys. So that's why I'll keep buying this pair until US30 takes out this high. However, I believe it will be wiser to buy US30 than other pairs, um, because US30 hasn't taken out the buy side liquidity above. However, NAS 100 and US 500 have both taken out their buy side liquidities, guy. So this week during the New York section, I'll be looking for buys on the US30. So moving down to the lower time frame, the daily time frame, guys, you can see this. I want to buy on the retracement, guys. So coming into this week, I'm expecting price to retrace at least a little, because price has been going up and up and up. It should breathe, bro. I want to see some form of retracement all the way to the 50% level and below it. As you can see, that 50% level, there is fair value gap, there's other block, and there's an old high where price can decide to find support. So guys, moving down to the 4-hour time frame. Oh, this is kind of messy. And don't mind me, guys. This is how we keep studying price action after the end of the week. So let me quickly remove this. So guys, let me draw the fib levels on the 4-hour time frame so it can be clearer, much clearer. So this is the 4-hour time frame, my fib. Then this is the swing high, That's not it. So from the swing high, from the swing low to the swing high, guys, that's it. So I'm expecting price to, find support below this 50% level. So, however, price can decide not to do that and just continue going upward. But that is my ideal setup. If I don't see that, I'm so disciplined enough, at least not to take the entry, not to take the setup if I don't see those criterias. So into this week, what am I looking for on US 30? I'm looking for, guys, on US 30, I'll be looking for buy opportunities in this market. With that said, guys, this is the end of the video, and I wish you guys, we have come to the end of this video. I wish you guys a good trade this week, more turtle soup this week. All the best, guys.